Hello and welcome to Pinions and Pushers. Today we are going to be talking about this beautiful Black Bay 58 bronze, or as I like to call it, the Wolverine. So let's jump into it. This is the Tudor Black Bay 58 bronze, model number M79012M-0001. Or again, like I like to call it, the Wolverine, because it's got that beautiful bronze case with the brown, which reminds me so much of the classic Wolverine costume from the 80s and 90s that we all used to love growing up. So, as I said, it's a Black Bay 58, so a lot of the specs are going to be the same. It's got a 39mm case with a thickness of 11.9 millimeters. It's got the MT 5400 COSC certified movement with a 70-hour power reserve, 27 joules, and 28,800 VPH. Now, some of the things that this does have that your normal Black Bay 58, like this one, doesn't have is obviously it's got the bronze case, but also it has these wonderful 369 Arabic numerals that are on the case or on the dial that I just find intriguing. It's definitely got that that explorer vibe to it, which honestly was a big selling point for me on this particular piece. But the other thing that everybody's been talking about that, well, I absolutely love is I love this T-fit clasp, right? So it's kind of hard to see, but you have this wonderful T-fit clasp, which it has 5 positions, and it allows you to adjust it by 8 millimeters. So you're able to adjust that out, so on days when you're it's a little hot outside and you need to make some adjustments because your wrist is a little swollen, this allows you to do it, whereas this one doesn't. Now, I do have to say they do wear the same. They're about the same weight, and honestly, like wearing both of them, well, I have to say I just absolutely love wearing both of them. They're a great size. For me, I have a 7-inch wrist, and this is what it looks like on my 7-inch wrist. Whoops, I just hit the camera there. So, as you can see, with my 7-inch wrist, it fits me perfectly, right? So, for me, a 39mm is the sweet spot. For me, actually, anything between 36mm and 42mm, that's my sweet spot. So that's the wonderful thing about having a 7-inch wrist. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that I really do love about this watch. The first thing is I absolutely love this bronze case, right? I ended up getting this watch a week ago today, and I have worn it almost every single day since I bought it, with the exception of one day. I didn't actually wear it on Tuesday simply because, well, I just needed to wear one of my other watches because I just kind of felt like they were getting a little jealous. But I've worn this watch every single day, and I've actually worn this watch even on the treadmill to kind of accelerate some of the patina that is going to show as it ages and as it starts to get a little wet, as it starts to get a little salt from your sweat. So you can kind of see where it's already started to get a little patina, especially right here on the crown, which we have that beautiful rose crown, signed crown that's on every single Black Bay 58. So it's starting to show just a little bit of patina here. And what I'll do also is I'll include some pictures that I took from the day that I bought it. You can also see it right here on the clasp. So I do have to say I'm loving it as it's starting to get a little dirty, starting to get a little patina on it. I have to admit, when I first got it, it was gold. It was gaudy gold, where I'm like, oh wow, that's bright. But like I said, just wearing it on a daily basis, getting a little dirty, not afraid to get a little sweaty. It's kind of taken some of that shine off of it and really started to get that nice rugged feel to that bronze that I just absolutely well, that's actually, you know, the main reason why I bought it is I wanted something that was going to be able to age with me. to tarnish and to show its wear. And that's just something that I really love about a bronze watch. So again, that's one of my likes, is that bronze case. Of course, it's a Black Bay 58, and I love the 39 millimeter size. 39 millimeter is my favorite size watch, right? A lot of people talk about the sweet spot being 39 to 40 millimeter, and I absolutely have to agree. For me, 39 millimeter is absolutely the sweet spot for me. The other thing I really love about this watch is I love the bracelet. So a Black Bay 58 bracelet for me is just incredibly comfortable, right? There's no pinching, it doesn't pinch on any of your hair or anything like that. It's got that wonderful clasp, right, that just folds over. It's got that, and it just keeps it nice and safe. So that way it doesn't fall off your wrist. And, you can just wear this watch all day long, and it's just super duper comfortable. And of course, I do love that new T-fit adjustment on here, which allows you, again, to make that adjustment to change the size of that bracelet. So here, let's show that again. Right? So yeah, I just love being able to make that adjustment, which you don't have on any of the other Black Bay 58s. But I gotta say, I have a feeling in 2022 they're going to end up making a lot of changes to the Black Bay 58 line, or actually just to Tudor in general. And I'm really excited to see what they're going to end up doing. I would have loved to have seen a display case back on this watch, like they have on the silver and the gold. But honestly, I think that it's something that they're going to end up doing this year. Is they're going to end up having more watches with display case backs, and I think they're going to end up having this T-fit system on quite a few of them. The other thing I'm really looking forward to is I really feel like they're going to end up doing a lot of METOS certified movements in their watches, like they have currently in their ceramic line. So, and it's something that Omega does, and Omega does really well. So I'm really looking forward to that with Tudor. I have a feeling that that's going to be coming down the line. So I also love these 369 numerals. It's got that that Rolex Explorer feel to it with that 369, and just makes it really, really legible. And lastly, I just love this gradient dial, right? This dial, it's kind of hard to see, but it goes from light to dark, and so light in the center and darker as it goes out. So, and it just really, really shows that beautiful chocolate dial on this. And of course, it's got that beautiful brown bezel with the 60 clicks to it. So, and again, it just, listening to it, listen to that. Yeah, that sounds beautiful. So, some of my dislikes. The one thing I will complain about is the loom on this, right? All the other pips on this, absolutely wonderful. The loom on my Black Bay 58 Black, absolutely wonderful, right? The only thing I complain about with this is the 369. The loom on that 369 just isn't there. So it's not like the Rolex Explorer, which has a lot of real estate with those numerals, where they're a little bigger and they have a little more loom. On this, when I light it up, it stays lit, right? And about an hour later, the 3, 6, and 9 just kind of disappear into the dial, whereas everything else stays lit, right? So honestly, if I take this out in the sun and I set it down, I can come back even 8 hours later, and all the other spots are going to be completely loomed. The hands, the lollipop, they're all going to be loomed. But that 369, after about an hour, they just disappear. Again, I really do wish this came with a display case back, but if that's my one complaint about it, I'll get over it. I have lots of watches that don't have display case backs, and and of course these freaking rivets, right? Who likes these rivets? I mean, look at them. They're just so freaking ugly, you know. And you put the watch on, and you're like, oh shit, I don't even notice these rivets anymore. Huh. You know what? Every Black Bay 58 I've ever worn, nobody's ever said anything about the rivets when I'm wearing it. I guess I should just shut my freaking mouth because, eh, they're there. So, again, this is the Black Bay 58 Bronze. It's a great little watch. And if you can pick one up, I really suggest doing it because we ended up getting a Tudor boutique here in Central Florida, which is where I live. And I called them to see if they had one, and thank God they had one in stock for me. So I was really lucky to pick this up. So if you have a chance to pick one up, I highly suggest that you do because I really believe that this is going to be a collectible watch in the future. If you like this video and you want more, please like and subscribe and comment in the comment section. Let me know if you agree with me or you disagree with me. If you want to just call me stupid for making fun of the fact that people bitch about the rivets, you can do that too. So anyhow, I hope you have a great rest of your day and talk to you soon.